Also, yeah. Good evening. If you can hear me, you just use the chat box. We are going to be having the interaction is going to be in between your chat box. So when you check there, you see your chat box. Mode almost like your chat box and just reply. So like I said, subsequently we're going to be using YouTube so that you can go back to the video, at any time and watch again. So that I can go back to the video and watch anytime. And those that didn't join, that missed the last class, will be able to um get the videos back. Try on, I know. So let's try to join. I think somebody just got cut off. So like I say, you can use your chat box here. Either use this chat box or use your WhatsApp chat box. The WhatsApp pro profile is open for everyone. Log in. No back. Molly chat. Small. Yes, Tango, you can hear me. Good, good, good. Um, so today, what I say, we are going to be doing a hands-on practicals. If you have your system with me, if you have your system, just Isaac, do you have your system with you? If yes, just type yes on the chat box. If you have your system with you. so we'll know how to go about today's class. Okay, 4 people have joined. So like I said, those of you just joining, we are going to be using YouTube subsequently, so that all videos will be recorded. So you can go back to the video anytime and know, just use it as reference. And if you have any question or you have anything to say, just drop it on the chat box. Or if you have any question, maybe it's private question while the class is going on, you can just drop a message in the WhatsApp group, the official WhatsApp group. You understand? So I'm not going to be wasting much of our time. Just okay, good. Your system is with you. Good, good. And please, if you are with your system, just type on the chat box, "I'm with my system." Just type out my system. Then what you're going to do next is connect your system to your internet. Last week I told you how to open how to create Figma accounts. I taught you guys how to create Figma account as well. So we are going to be making use of, we are going to be exploring Figma. So I've started sharing my screen, and I should believe everyone here is seeing my screen. Oh yes, I believe everyone should be seeing my screen. On the chat box, just reply, "I can see your screen." Just reply, "I can see your screen. I can see your screen," so that we'll know that's when I'll be sure that you are following. Just type, "I can see your screen." So if you can see my screen, just type, "You can see my screen." Type, "You can see my screen" on the chat box, so you can continue. So if you are with me, just open your. Okay, great, great, great. So what you need to do is just open your Figma down. Open your Figma. So when you open your Figma, you have so much files here. Let me open. So when you open your Figma like this, you create new design. When your Figma is open like this, create new design. When you click on this create here, create on design. Just click on design. A blank page is going to open. So it is still the blink. A blank page is going to open. So now my page has opened. My page has opened. So now let's start by exploring the app. What's how the app look like, this software for designing. So we are going to be exploring it to see what it entails, what and what can we do. So now this is your screen. All these things you are seeing here, all this body you are seeing here, maybe your own might be white. Are we together? Your own might be white, mine is black. Actually prefer black. Actually prefer black. I actually prefer black, just that I don't really like much light when designing most times, so I use black. But if you want to change it, when your canvas open like this, the next thing you do, you see this page by the right hand side. This is where all your properties are, while the left, they are called layers page. This left hand side is called the layouts page. Then this right hand place is where you see your properties and your prototype, your designs. This is around all these places where you make your changes, make every manipulation you want to do. Why this place, whatever items or elements you are bringing in, you are going to be seeing it around this place. So like I say, if you want to change this your background, click on just blank. You know it's blank already. You can see mine is IE. This IE is a color code. Is a black color code. But the natural the standard black is 000 1 2 3 4. Just type 1 2 3 and just click enter. You see now it's very, very dark. So I don't really like it too dark. So that's why I use 1E 6 times. So this is how. Now mind you, color code is always combination of 6 numbers, alphabet and numbers. If you count them now, there are 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So all color code are what? 6. So depending on the color code you have in mind, for white it's FFF. You can see now my background is white. You can change it to, let me change it back to 1E, 1E, 1E. So it doesn't mean, even though it's small letter or capital letter you use, it's not case sensitive. So that's how you change. I can see your screen. Okay. So so far, I hope you guys have gotten how to change your Canva colors. If you have gotten how to change your Canva color, just type on the chat box, I've gotten it. Just type, I've gotten it, I've gotten it. Or I can do it now, I can do it. Whatever one you want to type, just type, I can do it. If you know you can change your Canva color, just like what I just did, changing your color. So whatever color you want, you can see. I've changed mine to red, but you can't be designing on a red background. It doesn't really make sense. So most times you can come to this place. Now, how did I go to this place? When you click on this box after the color code number, so now before this color code number, you're going to see a small box. Just click on the box, something like this. A color palette is going to show. This thing is called color palette. This is where you can, change your colors. So whatever color you want, these are colors range. You can just, change. If it is green, shade of green. If it is blue, family of blue. So you can just make use of it. So let me go back to my factory resets. It didn't work. Now, uncle. What did you battery? What's going on? So now, so like I said, we are going to be exploring our Canva page. This is how it will look like from your own end. So let me check if you guys are following. I said on the chat box, you guys can just write, I'm following. I don't know if you have connected your system to Wi-Fi and you're able to open your Figma account. If you can, please just drop on the chat box that I can. Just write I can. If you are able to change use your Canva to different color, know how to change it from one set. Just type I can. I'm waiting. Just type I can on your chat box. Type I can. So that I'll know that everybody is following. Those of you using system, just type I can. Those of you that doesn't have your system with you here, you can practice it later as well. You come back to the video and practice it. I just need one reply, so we'll know how to continue. How to do like this. You check on one. Go back. So now, let's continue. Okay. So now on this page, we are going to be test running different tools. Now let's go down to this toolbox. All these places where you can see all your tools you are going to be making use of. You get familiar with all of these. This blue here that is showing V means move. That means you can see I'm moving around. Then this one is this hash here that is looking, it's called frame. This is a frame. When you click on it and you just drag and no, this is how a frame look like. Or you just click on F, it will just give you, then you click and drag. You understand? So it's just all about drag and drop. So you can adjust anytime you like. This is just a frame. So I don't know if you have tried this out. Draw a shape like this. Let's take it again. Click on this one that is looking like a ladder, F. Click on it, then it just comes anywhere. Double click and drag. Or you just double click and just click on it. It's either you just click on this frame, then click, or you just click and drag to whatever length you want and height. You can see I'm still dragging it. When I release it, I don't know if you can draw this now. I don't know if you have tried this out. If you have tried it out, just let me know. Let me know from your chat box. Let me know from your chat box. If you can hear me, just type I can hear you. If you can hear me, just type I can hear you on the chat box. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Let's make it fast. If you can hear me, just drop I can hear you. Let's make it fast and quick. Can you hear me? I'm waiting on the chat box. I'm waiting on the chat box. Okay, you can hear me. Okay. So, Mr. Mohammed, have you been able to draw the shape, this frame? Have you been able to draw this frame? Are you using your system? If you are using your system, have you been able to draw this frame? Just like the way I did. Have you been able to draw this frame? Let's interact. Let's make it an interactive class, please. Okay, Oliver. Oliver, have you been able to draw the frame? Are you using your system? Just reply. If you are using your system, good. Have you been able to draw this frame? I say we just come down here, this ladder that you are seeing. This ladder that you are seeing, you will just click on it and no, just touch it. Okay. Oh, wow. Thanks now. So have you been able to draw the frame shape as a rectangular? No, sir. My system is having a shape. I will try it after the class. Okay. Wait again, Oliver. I'm not using a system. Okay, okay. So who again is using a system so that I will know how to, who again is using a system. How many of us here is using a system in this class? So I'll know how to follow. Okay, yeah, I have. Okay, Isaac is using a system. Okay, good, good. So Isaac, since you are using a system, please be always quick to reply so that I'll know if you are following, and always call my attention if you didn't get it. Okay, since here you're the only one with system. So now this is how you draw your frame. I'm going to take it again for those of you just joining us. So this is how you draw your frame. Under here, you are going to see a ladder F. When you try to click on it, hover on it, it's going to show F. So if you just press F, it will give you access to click on this. Are we together? Or you just move your arrow down and just click on this, then you move. You can drag to any length you want. It's very, very wide. You can drag to any length you want. You can see. You can just anyhow you want it. Can we see it? Good. So now this is what we call frame. Now let's go to another. If you click on this toggle, you see a frame, you see a section. Let's draw a section. Let's see the differences. This is a section. This first one is a frame. Come down here, you see a slice. Let's draw a slice. So this is a slice. I don't know if you can see my screen very well. So the first one we drew was a frame. The second one is a section, and the third one is a slice. This is a slice. You can see it's very, very tiny. It's very, very tiny. This is a slice. This is a section. Now, what are all these things used for the frame? Now, for this frame is where you put in all your content. Frame is just like a container. Are we together? Frame is a container that contains all your elements, all your content, all your designs. They are all usually placed in a frame. Are we together? So that's the work of frame. So subsequently, you're going to be using frame a lot, a whole lot. You're going to be using frame a whole lot. Why for section? Section is just as if you are trying to create different designs. So you can just do them in a section. Like here now, I can just name this place header section, header section, header section. How do you rename this? Just click on that section, that right top that is up there, like this frame one. Double click it and just write house. You can just name it anything you want. You get. So now this for frame, this for section. So for this frame now, I told you is a container where all your elements are going to be housed. They are going to be what contained. You can see it's very, very flexible. Understand? You can move it to anywhere. So now let's look at this layer. I've told you this layer section is where you see whatever element, whatever things you have dropped on this Canva is going to show by the left. Now, while by the right, you are going to see the properties of the frame. Now, look at what I click. If I click on this now, you notice the properties change and it's now showing header section. Are we together? Well, for this one, if I click on this one, everything that has to do the property that this one has, you get, that's what is going to be showing here. Let's click on these slides. Let's see. Let's click on these slides. Now, for slides, this is just the property it has. Are we together? So, like I say, we are going to be making more emphasis on frame. So, I'm going to be making more emphasis on frame today. So, now for frame, these are the properties frame has. This for layout. This is the width, this is the height. So you can see this width and this height is this width is showing 266. That means from here, from this point to this point is 266. While for the height is 168. That means from here to this place is the height. So let's try to increase height and see. Let's see. So you see the height have increased. You notice now the height is no longer 168, is now 357. Now let's increase the width. You will notice that the width now is now 523. Are we together? So this is where you see the properties, the layouts, the height and the width of your content. Are we together? So another thing now is the appearance. Another thing we're going to be looking at is the appearance, how your elements or your shapes is going to be appearing. Now, for this one now, you see when you're trying to hover, it's going to tell you the opacity. Now, opacity is just as if when you're having something that is kind of very, very dark and you reduce the opacity, it will become more lighter. Are we together? Now, let's try it out. This appearance, let's turn it to 50. What did you notice? You notice now it become dim. Let's take it to 25. You can see it's getting more dimmer. Let's take it to 10. You can see it's getting lost already. So let's return it to 100. It has come back to its initial position. Now for this appearance is just like the border, these four edges. So let's say I say 50. You will notice everything is now 50. The edges are what 50. Let's say we'll make it 20. You can see the difference. You can see what I'm doing, right? Now we are still exploring the appearance, what appearance really means. Appearance is more like the border, trying to know. Now let's make it 100 and see how it's going to look like. This is 100. You can see this is how 100 look like. Let's make it 20. Let's make it 20. So this is how 20 look like. Are we together? You can see that it's looking like a card already. This thing is looking like a card, like a grid card. You can see this is looking like a grid card. So Isaac, I think Isaac is using a system. Isaac is using, okay, what is the slides used for? Oh, great. Sorry. Though I said I'm going to be emphasizing more on the frame. Now, these slides, let me show you. These are slides, right? Now, let's assume we pick a shape. We are still going to be talking about shape though. Let's assume I put a shape. You can see these are slides. Now let's assume this thing is inside. So let's assume now you're trying to create an outline. You know, the only difference there is that the slides, the background, the borders is just having a stroke. Are we together? Why for section? The both of them, you can use the both of them to group items as well. To arrange your items, make your items in order. You get, so it's not really used in design most times. So the major thing they use most times is frame. This frame, like especially this frame that we are working on like this, that you will use, like you will so use it, like you so get used to using frame to do all your designs. Are we together? But for slides, it's just like you trying to organize your work, as well. So there are other things you can do with slides as well. But like I say, you are going to be working more on the frame. These two are the major tools that we are going to be exploring. So let's go back to this frame now. So I said for appearance now is the borders. Those of you that have your system, you should try it. This is the border. where you can just reduce, you can make it 60. It depends on how you want it. You can make it 60, you can make it 90. Are we together? Now, that's how you give it a border. Are we together? Radius. They used to call it radius corner. They call it radius corner. When you even try to corner radius, yeah. When you try to over it, will tell you the name of what you are doing. So me, I'm going to return it to 20. I think I like it. It looks more good like this. So if you have your system, I hope you have tried it. Isaac, have you tried it? Have you tried to manipulate the border, the corner radius? Please reply fast. Those of you that know my system is having issue, but I'll try. Oh, those of you that don't have your system, don't worry, you can come back and watch the video. That's why I say today is going to be hands-on, practical. Are we together? So as I'm doing it, you are doing it as well. Yeah, I'm trying it. Okay, just try it. Keep trying it. It's very, very simple. What you do, you just create your frame. Just create your frame. That's the first thing you do. And just when you create your frame, you can see this is a frame. Then you can just give it a corner radius of 20. Like I say, you can pick anyone you want. Are we together? So the next thing we're going to be looking at is color. We are going to be looking at color now. So the next thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be looking at the color. Now, when you have picked your shape, your text, whatever thing you pick. Now the next thing you'll be working on is color. Now you can see that this our frame, it's our house frame. I name it house. You can name it whatever thing you like. Most times you name it according to what you're actually working on. Are we together? So now we have house. So let's explore. You see, when you come down, you're going to see fill. When you see this fill, it means you are talking about color. You want to fill this frame with a color. Like I said the first time, FFF is white, 000 is black. So let's change this FFF to 0. 1, 2, 3. You can see it's dark now. 000. Let's change it to something else. Let me come down here. Let me change it to red. Let's change it to red. You can choose to change it to green. You can see I'm clicking on different color. So as you are picking different color, the more you are picking it, the more it's changing. Now this is opacity, how you want it. If you want it to show too much, if you want to reduce the opacity, if you want to make it 100. So most times they are always in 100. So this is green. This is shade of green. Just notice that as you are clicking different color, you see the color code is showing. Whatever color you are picking, it has a color code. You can see this red now is CC00606. This is the color code here. You can just copy it. You can just copy it anytime you like. So that's how you use your color as well. Now, another thing we're going to be looking at is the stroke. Isaac, you are using your system. Have you tried to? Okay, I've created it now. Have you tried to fill it with a color? Try to fill your shape with a color. Try to fill your shape with color. Let's see as well. If you have gotten it, if you have filled your shape with color, just type I have filled my shape with color. Just type I have filled my shape with color. So we'll move to the next one. So now, so I don't like this color. Let me change it to another thing. Let me change it to blue. I actually love blue. Let me change it to blue. Okay. Let me change it to blue. So I've changed mine to blue now. So the next property we're going to be looking at is the stroke property. This is stroke. Now, when you click on it, just click on it. Automatic stroke is going to show, which is 000, which is just dark. Let me put visible red. So now, good. Now you notice now it's having a border. You can see it's having a red border, right? Why? Because I added a stroke. Are we together? Are we getting it? I added a stroke. These are you add your stroke. You just click on it. It's returnable. So it's going to be 000 or FFF. So you can just come here and change it. I've taught you how to change colors. Whatever color you want to put. Let me put green. Let me put green. Let me make it green. Good. So you can see now. You can just play around it. You And just play around it. Now, this one that you are seeing here is trying to tell you the thickness of your border. Let me make it 10 and see. You see, 10 is too thick. Let me make it 20. 20 is thicker. Let me make it 30. So the more you are making it, the more you're adding your numbers, the more. Let me make it 100. 100 is going to cover everything. You see, this is 100. Now, you will notice this place, they wrote inside. That means whatever thing, whatever stroke you are adding, yeah, it's filling it inside. Let's make it outside now. This is center. This is center. This is outside. Good. This is outside. Now let's make it inside and see the difference. Can you see? The fill now is what's inside. Let's fill it outside. You can see this is outside. So now the next thing we are going to do is this 100 is too much. Let me make it 20. It's 20 cents is too much. Let me make it 10. Yeah, I think it's fine like this. Yes, it's fine like this. So this is me playing around with stroke. This is me playing around with stroke. I can just come here and put center. Let me make it center. Yes, I think this center is cool. Then let me make it 5. Yes, I think like this is okay. So this is how you create your stroke around a shape. Are we together? This is how you create your shape around your stroke around shapes as well. You can still come down here. If you want to add double stroke, you can just click on plus. Click on plus. If you want to add double stroke, let me use red. Let me use red for double stroke. Yes, but this time around I'll make it outside. So this is how you do. You can add double stroke. This is toggle on and off. Toggle on and off. So that's how you add what stroke. So the next property we are going to be looking at is your effects. Is your effects. But for effects, we won't really be talking much because we are still going to come back to the effects. So let me see who is following. Okay, yeah, I are filled with color. So please, all of us, if you know you are following, just write yes, I'm following. Just write yes. Are you guys following? Those of you that don't have system, you can just watch. Later you come back and watch. Are you following? Just type yes. Just type yes if you are following the class. And if you are getting it, just type yes. If you are following the class, just type yes. Like I said, this is a beginner class. So I needed to take my time to to break it down for everybody. So just type yes if you are following. Type yes if you are following. Okay, Isaac, who again? Oliver and Mohammed. Oliver and Mohammed. Oliver and Mohammed. Who again? Who again? Okay, Mohammed, I'll reply. What about Oliver? What about Oliver? I'm yet to hear from Oliver. Okay, great, great. So we can move on. So now, I wanted to talk about the effects though. Effect is just like shadows when you are trying to create shadows around objects. When you are trying to create shadows around objects, let me change this blue to FFF. Good. Let me change it to FFF. Now, when you click on effect, this is the first thing that is going to show. Drop down shadow. Now let's try to work on the shadow. Let's see. Now this is position. This is X and Y. X means the down. Y means up. So this is just X and Y. Let's explore it and see. This Y now is 4 already. This blur is, so let's make it. Let me make this blur 10. Let's see how it's going to look like. Let me put this thing. Let's put it inside another frame. Just so that I'm going to explain what I'm doing. Okay, just so that I'm going to explain what I'm trying to do. Okay. So what I just did here, I just added another frame inside another frame. Now this is how I did it. This is how I did it. Just you have already created your first shape, right? Now, if you want to add another shape on top of this shape, what you just need to do is click on your frame or F, then just click somewhere around it and just drag it on top. you see the first one is going to be inside the second one. When you come to this your search here, you will see it's going to be frame one. Now inside this your frame one, that's when you see this particular one. Now you notice there's a shadow. You notice there's a shadow, like this particular one, this shape that is inside came outside. Like you see, it's kind of looking like there's a shadow around it. Check down, which is the y-axis. You see something like a shadow. Now let's check it out. Let's increase the shadow. Let's see. Let's increase it to 20 and see. You can see the more I'm increasing it, you are seeing the effect, right? You are seeing the effect. This is a shadow. This is a shadow. Isaac, are you following? Have you tried to use the shadow? Isaac, have you tried to use the shadow? Try to make use of the shadow. Let's see if you are getting it. It is very, very simple. This is how you draw your shadow. After you have drawn your shape, you just come to effects, click on effects. Now this is where you make your settings. You can just come here and just make it to maybe 10. Like I say, because this is on a black background, let me change this background to white. Let me change it to white. Good. So I've changed my background to white now, so you can see it very, very well. You can see it very, very well. This is how shadow works. This is how shadow works. Most times it always works on the white background. That's where you can see it very, very well. This is shadow. So if you look at these eyes, hide it, hide, open, hide. You can see if you toggle it, it will hide. If look at what I'm clicking on the eye that is close to it. You're trying to hide the shadow. So Isaac, have you been able to create a shadow? Okay, good. So please next time let's try to come along with system so that as I'm teaching you are trying it as well. That's the easiest and the fastest way to learn. So so the next thing we are going to be looking at let me change this back. So this is how I like my Canva to look like. So now we are just finished talking about frame. Let me delete all of this. If you want to delete, you can just, if you want to delete much, all of them, you can just click on side and drag everything together. You can say everything is highlighted. Just click on any side and drag everything together. Or you can choose to delete one after the other. Click on it, delete, click on it, press delete, click on it, press delete. Then click on this one to press what? Delete. You see? So now I've deleted everything here. So now the next thing we're going to be playing around is with shapes. We're going to be playing around with shape. Now this is where you get your shape. The first shape you are going to be seeing is a rectangle, which is R. That means if you press your keyboard R and just click, this is a rectangle. Are we together? Now click on this place. You are going to see different shapes. This is ellipse. Ellipse is just like a round. It's round, but it's not round, but it's just a round family. So this is ellipse. Come down to this arrow again. This is star. This is star. So if you have a system, you can just try it. Let's check which other shape is here. Polygon, yes. This is polygon. Just calm down and watch the video again. This is polygon. This is polygon. Yes. Which other shape can we find here? You can see what I'm clicking for me to know, to see the things under it. We have arrow. Okay. This is arrow. This is arrow. You see arrow. You can see it's very, very tiny. Let me make it big. If you want to make your arrow big, it's still on the stroke. Let me make it 10. 10 is small. Let me make it 50. Yes, let me make it 50. So this is arrow on 50. This is arrow on 50. So now you can see we have created different shape. Let's see what else can we create from here. Lines. Okay, line is just a normal straight line. Line is not a normal straight line. So let me come to this place and make it 50 so that it will be very visible. This is line. This is line. this is arrow, this is ellipse, this is rectangle, this is star, this is polygon. So which other thing again? Which other thing? This is image and video. If you click on this, that's when if you want to import image, see me now, I'm trying to import an image. I'm trying to import an image. See, I just imported an image. See, I just imported an image. So which is actually not, I won't be explaining that much for now. You are still going to get used to it. I will teach you how to import images as well. So now this is just how to create shapes. You can make your shape anyhow you want. You can turn it to any other thing. You can see. You can turn your shape anyhow you want it. Good. So these are our shapes. Let's draw a rectangle, a cycle. Let's draw a cycle. No, now we have our ellipse, but this is ellipse. Let's try to draw a cycle. Now, if you want to draw your cycle, you can use your frame and just draw a box. Draw a box like this. Are we together? So if you want to get a perfect cycle, what you need to do is to draw a rectangle. That means the length and the breadth they are going to be a square. I mean, you are going to draw a square. That means the length and the height and the breadth they are going to be the same. So let's make this shape a square. To make it a square, just come to this your width. Let's say this is 500. 500 is small. Then let's make this one 500 as well. It's very, very small. Let me make it 1.5. Okay. Let me make this one to 1.5. So this is a perfect square. This is a perfect square. So those of you that are using system, Isaac, okay, Isaac. Now try to create a perfect square. Create a perfect square. I just said it how to. I just showed you how to create a perfect square. A perfect square is when you have your left and your height and your width. They are what same shape. They are the same amount. So what you do here, just come to this place, your layout, put 1.5 there, and you can just choose to lock it. You will see this an arrow. If you click on this arrow, that means whatever number you put here is going to be multiplied by this number. Whatever effect you make here is going to affect here as well. So just make sure the two numbers are what equal before you lock it. Are you together? Just make sure they are equal before you click on lock. But it's not necessary you lock it. You can just leave it like that. But just make sure you're having 1.5. Then this is my perfect square. Are we following? Please, if you are following, just type I'm following, please. If you are following, just type I'm following. I'm waiting. If you are following, just type I'm following. If you are following, just type I'm following. The class is going to end anything now. If you are following, just type I'm following. Hello, if you are following, just type I'm following. I'm just still waiting. One would we have? I'm yet to hear from you guys. Okay. Let me continue. This is going to be a recorded section. So now the next thing you're going to do, you want to create a perfect, you want to create a cycle. Now, the first thing you just bring in your frame. I've showed you how to how to create a frame. Either just press F and just drag, or you come to this place where you see this ladder, just click on it and just click. You understand? So that's how you create your frame. So the next thing you're going to be working on is the cycle. Yes, we are trying to create a cycle. Now, after you have made this your perfect square, now you come to the appearance and just put 100 there. Put 100. Now let's make it this way. Let me see. Yes, 1000 because it's 1.5. Yeah. So let's see if we use 1.5. Good. So this is a perfect cycle. This is a perfect cycle. Now, when you have 1.5, that means in your appearance is going to be 1.5. Let me make this place. Let me lock it. Let me make this thing 500. You can see if you make it 500, I can just come here and just put 100. You see, it's not going, which is 500. You see, you make sure if here is 700, then come down to this place and put 700. You can see this is a perfect square. Let me give it another color. Let me give it another color. Let me give it another color. Let me give it green. Let me give it green. You can see it's a perfect cycle that lost. Are we together? So same thing. Let's make here 800. You will notice I've locked my. If you see, I've locked mine. That's why anything I click here is going to affect here as well. I've locked it. Let me click 900. The other side is going to be 900. Can you see? Because I've locked it. Well, if let me unlock it. Just click on it to unlock. Let's assume I put 1000 here. The other side won't change. You can see. See the shape is somehow because I didn't lock this thing. If you lock it, whatever thing you put here is going to affect here as well. If you are increasing, it's going to increase. If you are decreasing, it's going to decrease. So let me return it back to 900. Then let me lock it. So I've locked it. I've created another shape. Are we together? So the last thing we're going to be talking about now is how to convert your shape to another shape. Are we together? You can change your shape to another shape. Now, all shapes have all the design, they have what they call the normal shape and the what they call vector shape. Are we together? There's what they call vector shape and the normal shape. Now, for you to get to a vector shape, just double click on it. When you just double click, so hold on. This is the color code that was pasted. Yes. Okay. So got it done. So how many of us are following? How many of you are able to create a shape, a perfect cycle? How many of you are able to create a perfect cycle? Let me see. How many of us are in this meeting? It's Isaac. Okay, Oliver, I'm following. Isaac, are you still with me? Are you still with? Are you still with me? Isaac. Okay, Oliver said I'm following. Okay. So now let's continue. So after this class, I'm going to be giving assignments on how to. So now let's make it this way. Let's create. Now you have your perfect cycle here. You have created your what we call this your shape. So now let's assume you want to create a vector with a shape. This is a shape, right? This is a triangle. Now when you double click on any of the shape you created, it's going to give you something like this. This is a vector. This is a vector mode. If you double click on your object, it will activate vector mode. See, just double click on it. You will see different points. Double click on it. This is a what? Vector mode. Now, vector mode always appears in shapes. Are we together? Vector mode. You can use vector mode to what? To change how your shapes look like. Now let's try this out. Just double click on it. Let me bring this one. Let me drag this one inside. Let me drag this one inside. You can see that I'm playing with the vector already. You can see I'm trying to play with my shape. You can see you can just twist it. I'm just playing randomly with it. So that's how you use your vector to create whatever shape you want. You can see this is me turning shapes to another thing. See, this is just the use of vector, which you are still going to come back to see how you use it. Now, let's see what we can do with this. Let me see. You can see I'm playing around with the vector here. I'm playing around. I'm just playing around with the vector shape. I'm just playing around. You can see I'm just playing around. You can try it as well. For you to activate your vector, just double click on the shape you picked. Just double click on the shape you pick, which is what I just did. So you can see I'm just playing around. I'm just playing. See, I'm just playing around with my shape using vector. So that's how you use your vector. So you can just delete. So this is your star. Let's see what we can do with this star using vector. Let me drag this one in, drag this one in. I have no idea what I'm doing with this vector. I'm just use of it. I'm just showing you how to. I have zero idea what I'm doing with it. So I'm just trying to show you how to activate vector and how to use vector as well. So you can see what I change my start to. You can change it to whatever thing you want. You can change it to whatever thing you want. Whatever thing you want to do. See. So that's just all about vector. This one too. Let me see. So even this arrow too, you can just double click on it to activate vector. Just bend, bend, bend. Let me see. Let me bend it inside. You can see I'm just playing around. So that's all for this. So remove vector, you can just press escape key, or you just double click on outside. It's going to escape it. So that's how you use your vector. Okay, Joshua is following. Okay, good. So that's how you play around with your shapes. So let's talk about text. Let's just quickly talk about text. Now this for text, which is T. This for text, which is T. So when you're trying to create a text, you can just click on T, or you come down here and click on T. Now you can see it's already showing that I've already picked text, that I'm about to write a text. So let me just come here and click it. Now when you come here and click, it will start blinking. So whatever thing I type here, my name is, you can see it's very, very small. Even me, I can't even see what I'm typing. See, I zoom. See, so I zoom it very, very well. You get, which is not really necessary. So now what you need to do is to just increase the font style. Now this is how you change your font. I'm still going to talk about this text on Wednesday. We are going to do much practical on text as well. Now this is your text. You see, I wrote my name is, but if you check the zoom, it's 2113. I have to zoom it very, very well. So let me just leave it 100. Let me leave it to 100. So I think 100 now you can see. Yes, this is just 12. Now for your typo, you can just come here and change your typo to whatever thing. Let me put this Irish. Now let me make it 40, so that I think 40 should be very, very big. Oh, 40 is too big. But anyway, oh, this is 419. No wonder. 40. See 40. You see 40. You can change it to whatever one I want to change. Yeah, you see different font style you want. And one thing, let me tell you one thing about font style. I'm going to give you the rules guiding it, because font style is fine. Because you see a font style that is looking very, very stylish does not mean it's the best for whatever design you are doing. Now, one of the major aim of you picking the best font style, if you have to ask yourself, now this font style I'm using, is it readable? Is the readability clear? Is it something that when somebody sees it from afar, can the person read it? Somebody that have eyes problem, can they see the text? Those are the things you consider before applying whatever font style. Are we together? So most people, they just use Poppins. I think Poppins is very, very popular. Yes, Poppins. Which other one again? There's this one I used to use. Inter. Yes, Inter. Good. Poppins, Inter. All those ones, they are like, most websites they use Poppins, Inter. They're like 3 years away. I'll still try to remember it. There's a lot of font style that yes, Impact. Yes, Impact. This is Impact as well. There's one again they call, there's a lot. You can also go around and just play around it. my name is SDH. Let me just put SDH. So you can see, you can just come to this place and change it. This impact time, it's only for regular. Let's look for the one that has poppins. Yes, poppins. Now if you check for poppins now, you see for regular it has regular, bold. You can come here and change it to extra bold. It just depends on how you want it to look like. There's regular, this is just regular. You see the differences when you are trying to, so just play around it. Just play around it. This is 40, you can make it 30 as well. Just play around it. Now same thing for the color. I've told you color is fill. If you want to add color, it's fill. You can just come here and change the color to red, to whatever color you want. It's the same procedure, it's the same way you add color to your shapes, to your frames as well. That's the same way you add colors to your texts as well. You can see I'm adding, I just did my name is SDH, right? So that's it for text. You can add a stroke as well. If you can add a stroke, you can add a stroke. I've told you what stroke is. You can add a stroke. See me, I've added a stroke. Add the stroke. Let me make it 5. It's 5 that big. 5 is too much. Let me make it outside and see. Let me make it center. No, I think outside is nice, but this 5 is too much. Let's make it 2. Yes. But this color is fine. But let me use white and see. FFF. Wow. I think this look more nicer. So I believe you guys can try something like this. You guys can try something like this out. Just play around it. Don't worry. Just play around it. It's very, very fun. Like design is very, very fun. Just play around. You can see if I'm trying to pick a font that looks very, very stylish. This one is not readable. Like I said, I'm just playing around. If you started a new, like the project you are working on, you are going to be using text that are very, very visible and that they are very, very readable. But me here, I'm just trying to play around. I think this one is cool. Wow, this one is cool. So this is just what I did. So I'm going to be dropping an assignment after this class. I'll tell you what to do. I'll tell you what to do. Okay. So so this is how you create your name text as well. Which other thing are we going to be exploring? Because I say the class is just going to be at our class. So do you have any question? Do we have any question? Do we have any question? Oh, my network is disturbing me. Oh shit. Sorry. So do you have any question? You can just drop your question. Let's see how we can work on it. And if you feel you want to talk, okay, if you feel you want to talk, you can just drop a voice note on the WhatsApp group. Do you understand? Drop a voice note on the WhatsApp group if you want to say something. If you don't want to type it, just drop a voice note on the WhatsApp group, which I'm going to play it and respond to it here immediately. Are we together? Are we together? So please let's drop our questions. Let's drop our question. And I believe we learned something today. And I just also believe we learned something today. Um those of you that are just joining us, I'm going to have a brief recap. If while the questions are going on, just drop your question. If you have any question, just drop it. I'm going to attend to it immediately here, live and direct. Like I say, it's practical class. It's practical class. If you don't have your system with you, you can come back later and watch it. But one thing I would advise: always prepare your system down. Understand, so that as I'm working, you too, you are working, so that when you get stuck, I can easily, come to your rescue. That's how you learn faster. Are we together? So you are free to drop your questions after the class. Just chat me up because I'm going to drop assignments now, so that to keep you guys engaged from now till Wednesday. Then that Wednesday we are going to do the correction online here. Then before we start our class properly. Are we together? Are we together? So now just drop your question while I have a brief recap. So those of us that joined late, what we did today was I showed you guys what this Canva page look like. What this Canva page look like. So what we're going to be doing is, now I explained that this is how your Canva page look like. if you want to create a new Canva page, you can just come here, just click on create, then click on design. Are we together? Click on design. A page is going to open. Now, when your page open, I've told you that this place, this is where you change your Canva. This is your Canva color. Let me change it to white, which is FFF. This is white. For black is 000. Just 3 times. Just type it 3 times. You don't need to type it 6. Just 3. But me, I don't really like dark that much, so I use 1E, 1E, 1E. It's not necessary you have to use 1E, 1E. You can pick anyone that is your choice. Most people like working on white Canva, but me, I don't really like because of the light reflection. So then here, this is where you name your projects. This is, let me just say, day 2 class. Yes, day 2 class. You can name it day 2 class, name it whatever thing your project, can give it a name. Are we together? So this is how it works. So now I said I'm just doing a recap. This place is layers. Whatever tools, whatever thing you make use of is going to appear here. Are we together? Whatever things we did is going to appear here. So let me bring this one closer to the rest. Good. So if you remember, I did a lot of shape. There was a lot of shapes here. We worked on a lot of shapes. So now, if you notice this name that is here, this is what is showing. These are layers of what are in this Canva. This frame one, let's look for this frame one. It should be highlighted. Good. See, it's highlighted. Let's look for this line one. Where's the line one? You can see it's highlighted. So this place is just layers. Whatever thing you bring here, let me bring a shape. Let me bring a shape in. Let me bring another rectangle. Let me bring a rectangle. You see, it's going to rectangle 2. Let me give it a red color. You can see this is how I just brought in. You see, let me delete. If I delete now, this rectangle 2 is going to delete as well. You see, if I delete this one now, so the more you delete, the more it's clearing from this place. So there's a good, you can see. I see. You can try it on your own as well. All these things you can try it. So that's what we did. How to use the shape. These are the tools we are going to be using. And like I said, for frame is majorly what you are going to be using more often. This is frame. So this is where you change your color on the field. You can just come to this place, click here, and pick whatever color you want. If it is green, click on green. You know, this is your color code. This is where you get your color code from. I say the standard color code for F is what? For white is FFF, for black is 000. That's 6 times. So, but I say you don't need to type FFF 6 times. Just type FFF 3 times or 000 3 times and just click enter. It will give you the color. Are we together? But if you don't need to crown color code in your head, don't be saying this color code is much. You don't need to crown color code. Just with time, you just get used to some color code offhand without you checking what color code is that. So that's all for this shape. I showed you how to add stroke. Stroke is just like a background border, like those radius, those corners, those borders here. Let's make it 5. Let me make it outside so that it's going to be visible. So you can see it's it's not that visible. Let me make it 20 so that I can see very well. We did all of this. I showed you how to do this. I'll show you how to add a border corner. If you want this corner to have to be curved, this is where you get it appearance. We did it already. This is 20. Let's see how it looks like. Look how 20 looks like. Look at the edges. You can see how the edges are curved. Let me make it 30 and see. Let's make it 50. You can see. So that's how it works. So please, how can you help me describe how color and contrast affect accessibility in UI? Okay. Yeah, colors and contrast affect accessibility in the sense that now let's have an example. Let's bring in a frame. This is a frame, right? Let's assume this is your screen. Maybe this is your website. You visited the website. Let's assume you visited the website. Now let's assume these are our websites. You just open your website and you saw a text. My name is Adamu. Good. Now is a good example. Now let's look at the text now. If you can you see from afar, or till you focus your eyes very well to see what the person is trying to say? My name is, you can see, like, now I'm struggling to even understand what I typed here. Not that what I typed is wrong or not, but the colors, you can see most times black and white are always balanced. Do you understand? That's for color contrasting. That's what I'm trying to explain now. You see, black and white, they are accessible, right? Now you can actually read it very well. And another thing for the contrasting, you make sure that the font style you are picking actually is readable. That's where you have readability, accessibility. Now, let me make use of Poppins. You see how you can see Poppins. Now, you see white and black, they contrast very, very well. Now, let's change this one to, let's change it to gray. So now let's look at this. Can you see my text very well? Does it contrast fine? This guy, Isaac, does it sorry, I don't know the name of the app you are using. Wow. Oh, sorry. Okay, the app you are using is Figma. Just go to your Google Chrome or your browser. Just type Figma. Look at what I type. Figma, figma.com, and sign up. Are we together? And sign up. Thank you for calling my attention to that. Just go to your Google Chrome, type figma.com. Then this is what is going to open. Then you sign up. This is how the sites look like. Yes, this is how the sites look like. Then you click get started for free. Last time I taught them how to go about it, but since you are new here, just click get for free to register with your email. You don't need to start filling form. Just yes. Are we together? Have you gotten it? So just try it out. If you didn't get it, just let me know before the end of the class. Just try it out. So now back to the color contrasting. You will notice that this my name does not contrast well with this thing. Or okay, let's say the website is on dark mode, and you know dark mode is dark. Good. You see that this one now contrast. Are we together? You can actually read. You can easily read the text, or maybe understand the contents of what you are seeing in the website. But I think it's going to it's going to contrast fine if it is FFF. Let's try FFF now. Good. What did you notice this time around? Did it contrast fine? Yes. The two colors contrast fine. Now, what I want you to understand is in your design, there's always what they call background. All your designs has to do with background, no matter how it is. So most times, if your background is black, you make sure say your text is either white or maybe any of the primary colors. Now you see our background is black. We can literally use green. You can literally use green. You can see it contrasts fine. You can see that you can see it very, very well. Now let's assume say you want to use brown. Let's see if it's going to contrast fine. Let's try use brown. See, does this contrast fine? If you visit a website and the content you are trying to read appears like this, you will just get annoyed. Like you will just be like, what is this? Why are these people stressing my eyes? You understand? So that's one thing you need to understand about color contrasting and accessibility. So this is this is a bad design. This is typically bad design. Even a shape, when you go to your website and you see a shape like this in a dark mode and something like this is another bad design, because one, the readability is not that stable. But let's make it FFF. Let's see the difference. See, when you visit a site, you can be able to see the shape very well. That's the first thing that you see. You can see the black and white, they contrast fine. But this one on white, let me change this one to 1, 2, 3. Then let me change this one to white. FFF. So you can see how white is balanced. So that's one another thing you need to take note of, which we are still going to talk about: color accessibility, alignment as well. So that's all. I think I've answered that question. So what again? Before we call it a day, I'll be dropping the assignment after this class. So any other question? Any other question, please? Before end, we call it a day. Joshua, please, how do you know the best font combo to use while designing? Okay. Now, for you to know the best combo of designs you have to use is depend on the project you are working on. Are we together? It depends on the project you are working on, but sometimes if you are confused of what color combo to use, you can make use of chat GTP. That's where AI comes in. Now, for instance, you are trying to create an agricultural website. Now, this is what you do. You just go to your chat GTP and say create recommend me a font style and color guide for an agricultural website. You can see now you are making use of AI as well. Agricultural websites. Recommend me a font style. Recommend me best. Let me just use the word best font style for an agricultural website. Let's see what it's going to give you. So in case your head is kind of blank, you don't really know what to use, good. You can see best font style is typo is what for heading, bold, clean, and approachable. You can use play fair display. This is a font style. You can use Poppins. You can use Laura. Now for the body, you can use Open Sans. You can use Roboto. You can use Nito as well. Then suggesting pairing. Now, if you want to pair, in most websites they use just two. Sometimes they just make use of one font style, while most of them they use two, some they use three. But it's always advisable you use two, minimum of two. Except you want to go beyond, you can use three. Are we together? So for here now, you see they use two, Playfair and Open Sans. That means you can actually use these two as part of your words font combo. Are we together? So you can use this Playfair as your words header and use this one as your body, or you use this one as your body, then use this one as your header. It depends on how it come out fine for you. So this is for color palettes. In case you are trying to know, okay, how do you know that this color is the best color for you to use? Like I said, whatever design you are doing depend on the project you are working on. If you are working on agricultural projects that has to do with farming and food and anything, just know that green must be there. Green and white, that is something that it must be there, which is called entity, which I'm still going to explain how to pick, to how to know the best color for you to use in your project. Are we together? So green means what's nature, agricultural as well. So primary color should be green. Then earth color, which is represents soil and roots, sunshine. All these ones are colors that you are going to use. Now you can see the color code is here as well. Now if I copy this color code, let's see the kind of green they are talking about. Let's copy this color code. Let me copy this one too. Let me copy this one too. Let's see the differences. Let me copy this one too. Then let me come down here. I'm going to be creating a frame. I'm going to be creating a frame. This is a frame. Now let's fill it with those colors. Let's fill it with those color. Let me see. I think one of the color. This is one of the color. Click enter. Wow, this is one of the color. Let's duplicate. Now, if you want to duplicate your shape or text, just click on alternate key. Just hold the alternate key. You see double arrow is going to be showing. See, when you click on it, double arrow, then just double click and drag to anywhere you want to put it. Let me double click and drag, double click and drag. So let's check out all these colors we got from chats GTP. Sorry. Let's check out these colors we got from chat GTP. Let's test run it. Actually, this is the method I used to get most of my color. What's the third one? Let me paste this. Wow, these colors are making sense for a agricultural website. Did I copy this one? This one as well, right? Good. So these are the 4 colors we copied from ChatGTP. This is what ChatGTP gave us as recommended color for an agricultural website, which that means this green. What did they say we can use the green for? Let's read it together. What did they say we can use the green for? For uh, healthy vegetation. Click on. So design tip: use green and earth tones for nature connection. Avoid too much red. It's aggressive. It doesn't reflect calm and growth. Maintain high contrast between text and background. Keep typography consistent. You don't need to use different typography. You can just use 2 so that you are going to be consistent with your work. So this is, let's copy this last 2. Let's copy this last 2. So I think I've answered most of the questions. Sorry. So we are running up the class already. So this is FF. Yeah. So these are the colors you can use as well. So just imagine you using this color for agricultural websites. You can look how it's going to be stunning. You can see how stunning it's going to look like when you use this color. So AI can actually just make your work easy. Are we together? The work of AI is to make tasks very easy. Instead of you cracking your brain of which color to use, you can just use ChatGPT to just tell him that, okay, oh, I need a color. This is what I'm trying to do. I need a best color for it. I need the best font style for it. You understand? All those things, they will give you inspiration of what to do. So what again? Sorry, I don't know the names of the app. I think I've talked about this already. I've told you what to do. So any other question before we call it a day? Any other question before we call it a day? Any other question before we call it a day? So now our assignment is going to be, I'm going to ask you to generate a color palette. This is just a color palette. This thing I did, you are going to do it for me. Yes, you are going to do it for me. I'm going to tell you the niche of color you are going to. This one we did is for agriculture. So I'm going to ask you guys to give me recommend the color for entertainment, recommend the color for sports, and we'll get to that though. I will drop it as an assignment, which is to be submitted before Wednesday. Yeah, before Wednesday evening, so that we'll practicalize the correction together. So that's all for today. And that's all for today. So let's call it a night. So can we end the class now? Use the chat box. Can we end the class now, please? I already said it's an hour, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's 3 hours. So can we end the class now? So those of you that just joined late, you can go back and watch the video because I'm going to drop the assignment. Please, let's try to participate in the assignment so that you'll be able to get your certificate as well, to be sure that you actually learned and gain something. Okay, yes, thank you so much. Wait, again, can we call it a day? Can we call it a day? Can we call it a day? Okay, thank you very much. Good night. Have a wonderful night rest, everyone. See you on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Thank you.